All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD 1000 Web Development Technologies course, I'm creating a series of video presentations that are based off of the Mozilla Developer Network Learn Web Development series. I'm in Tools and Testing, Understanding Client-Side Framework, and we're in React. And in particular, the React first part of the interactivity, events and states. With our component plan worked out, it's now time to start updating our app from its completely static UI to one that actually allows us to interact and change things. Basically, we want to perform the equivalent of what are called CRUD operations. We want to be able to create. We can read now, we can do the R from CRUD, but we want to be able to update, and we want to be able to delete. In this article, we'll do this. Digging into events and state along the way and ending up with an app that can successfully add and delete tasks and toggle tasks as completed. If you've only written vanilla JavaScript before, you might be used to having a separate JavaScript file when you query the DOM and attach listeners to them, something like this. In React, it says we write event handlers directly on the elements in the JSX. So this and this are pretty much equivalent. Says this may seem counterintuitive regarding best practice advice that it tends to advise against the use of inline event handlers, but remember JSX is actually part of your JavaScript. In this example that they showed, we're adding an onClick attribute to the button element. The value of that attribute is a function that triggers a simple event. The onClick has a special meaning here. It tells React to run the given function when the user clicks on the button. There are two things here to note. First, the camel case structure of onClick is important. All right, so again, capital C and the rest in lowercase. JSX will not recognize onClick because it's already used in regular, regular JavaScript, if you want to call it that. Second, all browser events follow this format, on followed by the name of the event. Let's apply this to our app, starting with the form.js component. At the top of our form component function, create a function named handleSubmit. It should prevent the default behavior of the submit event. After that, it should trigger an alert in which you can say whatever you like. It should end up looking like this. So we want to put this at the top of our form component function. All right. And how about we'll say preventing default action. Okay, I think that's totally sufficient. To use this function, add an onSubmit attribute to the form and set its value to the handle submit. Now, if you head back to your browser and click on the add button, you should get your alert. Mine won't say hello world, but you get the idea. And there it is, preventing default action. So it's working. So far, so good. All right, handling form submission via callbacks. Inside the top of our app component function, create a function called add task, which has a single parameter name. And I think they mean up here. All right. Next, we'll pass add task into the form as a prop. The prop can have whatever name you want, but pick a name you'll understand later. Something like add task works because it matches the name of the function. There's that, and there's the prop. Your form component should be updated as follows. Finally, you can use this prop inside the handle submit function in your form component, updated as follows. Clicking on the add button will prove that the add task call button function works, but it'd be nice if we get the alert to show us what we're typing in our input field, and that's, as it says, what we'll do next. Now, I may have put things in the wrong place. I don't think I did. I would never try to do that, but you never know. So let's do this. Props is not defined, so something is wrong in here. Inside the top of our app component function, add task. Pass add task into that. That should be correct. As a prop. Oh, let's look. That was correct. Next, we'll pass add task into the form as a prop. Prop can have, yeah, we just did that. Finally, you can use this prop inside the handle submit in your form component, updated as follows. What I'm wondering is if this handle submit, I don't want to go back if they've got the code someplace. I want to write this, not myself, but copy it myself, whatever you want to say. I think if we take this, get rid of that from here, put it here. Again, if I'm spinning my wheels here, then I'm going to stop. So all right, so I've got an error with my props in my app.js, and I've got it in here. So I'm going to move that one back. And I'm wondering if these actually functions have to be written inside of here. All right, I was just informed that I have a meeting with my boss in 2 minutes, so I'm going to stop right here and pick it up in the next lecture.